Welcome everyone to another episode of Catchup, and today my guest is Patrice Porter.
Hi.
Pat support. Pat, where can I get Pat support up on Facebook?
It's not pasta, it's Pat Star.
Pat Star.
Alright, so when I went to UTech, Spragga Benz had this song. What's Spragga Benz? Pat Star, she hot star, something. So my classmates called me Pat Star from that song. So there were two of us. I was smaller in body, so they used to call me Little Pat Star, and they call the other girl Big Pat Star.
What class did you graduate?
I graduated 1996 from fifth form.
Okay, so she was in my year group.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me, finding the location. It's tough to coordinate Catchup from Ohio.
That's not a problem.
So I appreciate
Anything.
when people partner with me to try to capture a catch-up episode. So I really appreciate
Hey,
it.
when you see somebody doing something good that you appreciate and you like, it's good to help out any way you can. So, no worries.
You hear that? All right. So you're going to get us caught up in about 30 seconds or less what you've been doing since 1996 till now.
All right. So, I left Manning's. I applied for sixth form. I wasn't accepted. And then I enrolled in this heart program that they had, a training work program. So I worked at beaches for a few months, and then the following year, 1997, I applied at Brownstown Community College, and I went there. From there, I went to UTech, and I graduated UTech 2001. I started working at NCB 2002. After that, I felt a little bit flat, like I plateaued. I wasn't contributing. I didn't feel like I was growing. And I decided to go to Teachers College.
Which one?
So I went to Bethlehem.
Okay.
And I enrolled in their advanced placement program. I did a year and a half, basically, because of my UTech certification. And then I started working at Petersfield High.
And you've been there since?
And I've been there
What
since
subjects do
then.
you teach?
I teach management of business. That's still sixth formers. And I teach office administration. We did OP at Manning's.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all of them are taller than you?
Some of them are. But you know, heels, you put on two heels.
Yeah,
and,
you're good?
Fix that problem quick.
So you're currently in Jamaica?
Yes.
Yes. And tell us about your family. You have kids?
No, I don't have kids.
No responsibility. You get to live your own life. You don't answer to nobody.
Yes, girl.
'Cause, you know, the kids, that's all it is bossy around, right, Marsha? Oh my
So,
God.
no children. Still my parents, aunt, cousins, nieces, nephews.
So you just
sisters.
spoil them and send them.
Yeah. Go to your mommy and your daddy.
What do you do for fun?
I'm into sports, so I like track and field, I like football.
And tomorrow she gonna champ.
Yes. I watch my boy, everyone. And my girls.
Oh.
Big up Shaquina Foot. So I do sports. I like plays, concerts, stuff like that. I'm not a party person. Pretty laid back most of the time, but I'll read a good book. Not listen like you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a couch potato, so I'll watch TV.
Watch movies. You'll just binge watch. What's the last thing that you watched or something that you really enjoyed watching?
I like series, CSI.
Yes?
Yeah, so I'll binge watch those.
Oh my goodness, me too. So we're gonna go back to Manning school days. Favorite teacher, subject, and your memories. What was your favorite? Who was your favorite teacher? You only get 2 marks.
Okay.
People know.
I don't think I had a favorite teacher, but there are persons that I admired.
Yes.
So I admired Mrs. Jackson.
Yes.
She taught English.
Yes.
I admired the way she dressed, the way she carried herself. And at that time in Manning's, that was my example of how a professional
Should carry
should
themselves.
carry themselves.
Do you just like
Yes.
that now as a teacher?
Sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sometimes.
Who else do you admire?
I admired Mr. Channa. Yes. Nice bow legs too.
No, bend up, then call it bend up foot.
leg.
Yeah.
But Mr. Channa, he came to Manning's when I was in fifth form. And I love maths, so that's my favorite subject.
Woo!
Yeah. So, Previously, Mr. Spence taught us maths. So when he came, they split up the group a little more, and then I ended up in Mr. Chana's class. And I found a new appreciation again for maths. Because the way he taught maths, you really
Understand and break it
Yeah.
down into
I
just
mean, I wasn't too
simple
bad at it
terms.
before,
Yes.
but then I became better.
Yes.
So I appreciated him for that. And
His
even
delivery
to-
is really
yes. So even today, we still correspond.
Yes.
Yeah, every now and then.
So your favorite subject was maths. Memories. So what memories make you laugh?
Wow. There's so many. So I was in red, 4 red, 5 red. So Fiona.
Me never bright enough.
No, but you were in the sciences, so you did in the top echelon of the whole thing. So Fiona, myself, Marika Campbell, and Casey Reed. We were friends, close friends in that group. So there were times when we had shorthand. You can crop up. Shorthand, and we really weren't gonna do it in CXC or whatever. So whenever we had class, we would go down to
Woodwork, Donna.
yeah. There was a tree down after you passed the woodwork
Yes.
building. There was a tree, kind of like a hideaway.
Yes.
So we used to go around there. There were stones or whatever,
I
and we used to sit down there,
remember.
and we used to chat about all kinds of stuff. So that was that's something.
Yes.
I remember one time, Mr. What's his name
Which
again?
subject?
Mr. White
Mr. White.
came to devotion, general devotion, and announced in January
Yes.
that colored bags were banned.
Oh Lord,
remember
I've
that?
heard. Yes, yes.
And I don't remember who started it or who instigated it.
Plastic.
But yeah, persons came with their bags in the plastic bags and write Jan Sport sober and that was just hilarious. That was fun.
I remember
And
a few people participated in it.
you?
No, I was innocent.
You were in it?
I was not responsible. Somebody did that to my
did it
bag.
to you. Okay. All right.
Thank you very much.
And there are other little things. I used to walk home with Dion Allison
Yes.
daily. So her father had an office downtown.
Downtown.
And I lived downtown. So we used to walk together. And there were times when you and I used
Yes.
to walk together.
Yes, because
too.
my father's office was downtown in
Yeah.
front of Me Plus supermarket.
So those are
Good days.
moments.
Oh my gosh. So how would you describe your personality back in high school? What words
Oh.
come to mind?
I thought I was shy and laid back. Somebody tell me the other day something never shy. But I thought I was, pretty reserved on the quiet side.
What words would you use to describe your personality today?
I'm still quiet and pretty laid back sometimes.
Still.
No, but when I'm in a moment, I am not that quiet.
Or with your friends,
right?
in your
and with my
space.
friends, in my own space, in my comfort zone. So if you come to a football match and you hear me, you are not going to believe
That's
it's me.
yes.
So and then people come. No, I hear that I'm just short and dark. So whether it's at home or in the workplace,
Yes.
and sometimes something happen and I just
Uh,
snap. I say,
I can't relate.
You're
I am
just short.
so
Oh, really?
I'm so calm and laid back and
Really?
patient.
But for the most part, I
Yes.
am
Chill.
on the quiet side. Chill.
What did you used to believe about yourself that has changed and evolved throughout the years?
Back in Mannings, I didn't. I thought I didn't fit in with the popular crowd.
Upper echelon.
Yes, the upper echelons. But and I thought it was important at the time to be known, to belong. But maturity teaches you that you belong.
Yeah.
And I did. I had my own little
Crew.
Yeah.
There is a crew.
So-
Isn't the crew still very strong even today?
Not all of
Not
us
all
are
of us that
close,
close?
but we're still
In
friends,
contact.
Still in contact, yes. And I didn't mention Sharika because we weren't in the same class, so
Yes.
we never used to hang out during class time because she had a different class from
Yes.
me, but Fiona and Andreen.
Yes.
So we're still
Close.
close, yeah.
Aye. What advice would you give your younger self?
This is not the end. Don't take it too seriously. This too shall pass.
This too shall pass. Doesn't it feel like when you're younger like this, it is so overwhelming, like the feeling is just overwhelming in the moment.
In the moment,
like you're gonna die.
Yeah, your parents
Seriously.
stress it. You have to pass your CXC them, and you have to go to university, and
All that pressure.
all that pressure to succeed. But then you grow up and you realize, because I've known failure, like real failure.
Yes.
So I did my CXCs, I passed them at Mannings, but when I went to Brownstown come see, because I grew up in a sheltered environment, so I always had somebody to say, go take up your book.
Yes.
Go do this, go do that. So now I'm in a situation
You're
where I'm in
independent.
a
You have to do
boarding situation,
self-management.
yeah, where the host mother doesn't necessarily say to you, hey, go do this, because she's at work. So I never used to really study. I didn't know how to study, So we did, I think, about 8 courses at that time, and I failed 4 of them. So my parents, my aunt, a guardian, because that's who I lived with, my aunt and my grandparents, they were very upset, So, and I felt like, oh Lord, it is the end of me. I got to know what next and whatever. But then I have another aunt who lived in Kingston, and she said, you know what, let me get you into UTech. So that's how I ended up going to UTech. So, the 1 year, because the Brownstown would have been 2 years and then UTech.
Right.
So I ended up only doing 1 year at Brownstown and then went to UTech. So I learned that it's not the end. You can recover. Yeah, you can recover.
I'm still learning that as an adult.
But it's a process that you learn over
and over again. Because I'm
Yeah.
thinking, I just had to go through an episode end of last year, and I had to talk myself through that it's happening for a reason, and it's not the end of the world. It's a new opportunity, and it's gonna be okay.
To grow,
Yes. So walk us through one of the most challenging seasons of your life, and what did it teach you about yourself?
So my season is a series of events. A series of events. I don't do well with death. And people who are ailing, So my grandfather, he was diagnosed with cancer, prostate cancer. At the time when we found out, it had progressed to a very serious stage. So there was really nothing that could be done. There was no chemo, no radiation, No. So he slowly deteriorated, and my grandfather was a trapped-in man.
Force of nature.
Yeah, and he came down to a really skinny person. So, seeing him lying in bed and just like there, it took a toll on me. There were times when he was in real pain, and even though he was on morphine, it was still
That
agonizing.
really?
Yes. So there were times when I remember once I think I was feeding him at the time, and he groaned in pain, and I kid you not, the tears just fell. Like it just well up and drop out. Sometimes you get a warning before you're going to cry, but this time it just fell. And I had to excuse myself because I didn't want him to see me like that. So, and then my grandmother, she had the regular old people sickness, diabetes, and she had a little bit of heart condition. So she too, which she was a stronger one, but she then started to get sick because with age, you get sicker and sicker. So we all thought that my grandfather would have passed. But then my grandmother, she took ill suddenly, went into the hospital, and a couple of days later, she passed.
Before him?
Before him. I don't want to cry. So it took a toll on me and the whole family. Because as I said, we all thought that Papa would have gone first. And then, so we had Mama's funeral dealing with, and we still had Papa, going through his hardship. And about 2 months I think, after my grandmother passed, my grandfather passed.
How long were they
Yes.
married?
Years. Years. They were together for
You
years.
find that too.
Yeah.
That when one passes, the other follows.
So,
What did you learn about yourself during that
I'm
time?
not finished yet.
Oh, there's more?
There's more.
Sorry.
There's more.
You know, it's
So,
tough for me to be on the other side, and I'm like, okay, I think I went through that, and I held it together.
Yeah.
And now, like, there's more. I like prepare myself. Back to you.
So, I'm shutting it up. So she died March,
Yes.
and she died on my cousin's birthday. You know Travis Williams?
Mm-hmm.
She died on his birthday, and he had come to see her that day. So by the time we got to the hospital, she had already passed. So she died in March, and then my grandfather passed away. Her funeral was early April. My grandfather passed away in May. After he passed away, my uncle took ill. He was hospitalized, and I think it was either the day of my grandfather's funeral or the day after he passed. So, one funeral and then another and then another. Later down in the year, my father had a heart attack, like serious heart attack. And we did not know that he had any heart condition. Now, my father ride a bicycle, like every day. Wherever he's going, he's on his bicycle. And when he had his heart attack, he was coming from, I think, the fish market, and he was on his bicycle. He didn't fall because he said he felt himself, like he felt the place getting dark, so he got off and somebody helped him to the house because he wasn't far from the house. So that was a hard season. He was in the hospital again for maybe about a week or so. We found out that he had some blockage in his heart, and so and then the next year, I think about June of the next year, my mother had a massive stroke. And that again took a toll, but they're both recovering. They're no disabilities, nothing like that. They're recovering. So that was it was a hard season.
Can I ask, what did you learn about yourself as you traveled through that season?
That I have more strength than I thought. Again, that this too shall pass. From my grandfather, I learned the true meaning of the song, "It Is Well With My Soul."
Yes.
Because even when he was ailing, even when that pain rocked his body, whenever anybody came to visit him, that song had to be sung. And he himself, sometimes you would hear him in his room singing, "It Is Well With My Soul." And I thought, oh my God, this man is on his way to die. And he can still give God thanks and rejoice and say, even though my body is withering away, it is well with my soul. So,
wow. What's the best advice you ever received from someone else?
So I was watching OWN. Oprah has a program where she interviews people. I don't remember the name of the gentleman who was being interviewed, and I don't even remember the question she asked. But he said, don't let things that don't matter too much
Matter too much. I remember him.
And I was like,
wow. Yes. Oh,
yes.
Come up.
So,
yes, I remember him.
And I've learned that there are sometimes some things that will come up and it don't really matter. 5 minutes from now, it's not going to matter to you. So if it doesn't matter 5 minutes from now, don't let it matter too much right now. I mean, there are times when you just get dark.
Yes.
But
you try to shake it off.
Try to shake it off.
Oh my goodness. I remember that one. What does success mean to you?
Wow. Being happy.
Yes.
Being happy in whatever state you are in. Like, as I said, I'm a teacher. So when I see my past students doing well, it says to me, hey girl, you did something right. Yeah.
Teachers don't age, just so you know. I just saw Mrs. Wagster.
Can I
What are you most proud of? What are you proud of so far? So far.
So
There's more
again,
to come, but so far.
Yeah. Whoa. I'm proud that I made it.
Yes.
Yes. That I wasn't afraid to make a change when I thought that I needed a change.
Yes.
You know, it took maybe a year or so after I initially made the decision to
change
say,
course.
okay, let me just go. But I am proud that I'm not always afraid to
Try
something new. There's another thing. When I just started teaching, maybe a year or so, I got my first set of C6 students.
Yes.
And a lot of persons, or a few persons, were not very supportive or doubted my abilities as a teacher, for, to allow my students to do well. And I got a group of students who were brilliant, but then get trouble like crazy. And they were my form class students. Yes. So we got along pretty good, but there were times when I had to just sit them down and say,
Yes.
Yeah. And so, well, they weren't the only students I taught. I had other students too. So when the CSET results came out, all the students that I sent up for both principles of business, because I was teaching principles of business at the time, and office administration, they all passed. And I was like a coach. And I was like, look, I didn't say it to, but you could see it in my attitude.
You didn't need any words, right?
You could see it in
Drop
my
the mic.
Look at me now. What you got to say? So that was a proud moment. And even to this day, I have good relationships with some of those students.
Yes.
They will call me, they will ask me for advice. They'll just say, hey, Miss, how you doing? So,
last question. When you die, what do you want us to remember about you?
That I made a difference.
Yes.
That I made somebody smile. That I gave to people who are in need.
You're a teacher, honey. My goodness. And you should see your face when you speak about your profession and about your kids.
Yeah?
Yes, yes. Teachers are nurses. There's a certain professions that is just extraordinary, life-giving.
Yeah. Yeah. And we had teachers at Mannings who gave. Like, well, I didn't mention, but Miss Brown, who taught typewriting.
Yes.
She was so nurturing.
Yeah.
And even now when I see her, she will sometimes hug me up in the back and say, how you doing, baby girl? Yeah. So there are
so many people in the classroom needs that because you don't know what they have at home. Yes.
Yeah, there are a lot of students who are going through, and sometimes they act out, and you get really disappointed and upset at them, and you wonder why. But sometimes, if you take the time out to really have a conversation, like not the one in the classroom where you say, boy, you can't behave yourself, or girl, you can't stop chatting. The one where you call him aside and say, what happened to you? Where you can't behave yourself. That one, when you see the expression on their face, then you say, okay, something not going right here. So. And then they may not immediately reveal to you what's happening, but in time, if you show them that, hey, I'm here, and I'll say that to some of my students. Sometimes I see certain things and I'll say to them, what happened to you? And they may not immediately say, and I'll say, if you don't want to tell me, that's okay. No, I can refer you to the guidance counselor or find another teacher you want to talk to.
Trust, yeah.
I'm going to say, if you really want to talk, I'm here.
Right.
There are times when they'll come back around and say, Miss, so and so, and can help them out when you can.
So I'm going to close by saying thank you for unfortunately being late to work today. But thank you so much for waiting for me and for taking time to record this episode and for participating in Catchup, for sharing my videos.
Not a problem.
I
really enjoy.
I watch. I'm a nerd, so I watch and I think I have data. So I appreciate your encouragement behind the scenes.
Yeah.
When I started this project and throughout this project, it's almost going to be a year coming up. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it So not everybody has to come and catch up. I do recognize the people like Nackia. I'm also camera shy.
Yeah.
But they support me week after week. And I appreciate it. And you have been doing that since the
It's a
starting.
wonderful project, trust me.
Yes.
Because you really get to catch up with people. Because like when you did your episode with Ava Sinclair, I haven't seen Ava in ages. I don't even know if Ava remember that she and I used to go to school together, because I used to wait on her at her house, and then we either walk to school or take a bus to school. So, you know, so there's
somebody sent me a note to say they were aware of what happened.
Oh.
And they said they were shy and they didn't have that type of relation, but their heart ached. So she said it's years after to see that episode, they said, Nackia, you don't even know how much it means to me to know that she is happy
and okay,
and flourishing and okay, because she was so worried in high school. And how did it play out in her life? So I get these notes after Catchup, and
it gives you the opportunity to look at your life and remember when you were in high school and say, what that bullshit was me. No,
I know, right?
Seriously, there were some episodes you did and some people who, you know, shared how they felt in high school.
Right.
And I'm like, I wanted to be him. I wanted to be her. And I didn't have those issues.
I know.
Like when you said you thought you were ugly.
Oh, yes.
And I'm like, what is wrong with that? But yeah, you know.
I kid you, Mrs. Wagstaff said the same.
Yeah?
And I said, what did you used to believe?
Oh, Lord.
You'd be surprised. So this project is revealing. People are revealing, and you realize, you know, we're all
the same.
Right?
We're all the same.
And just trying to live our best life to the best that we can.
Yeah. And so many people are dying. So this is not the time to be.
Oh, God, girl.
When you did that PowerPoint video with the persons who have died, and I like I told you, I literally cried. And I took up my phone and I called some people who I've not spoken to in a while. And I said, I love you. You know, and even my friends who I talk to, not so regular, because I told Fiona that I love her because she called me one day and she said, oh, what me do you? Because I hadn't spoken to her in a long time. And I said, girl, you know I love you and I love the kind of friendship that we have. We're not high maintenance because I don't.
Those are the only ones I have left.
I don't keep in. I don't keep in touch every day. I don't know.
Those are the only ones I have left.
Yeah.
6 months will pass, a year will pass, no time passes.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. Time is nothing. Time is irrelevant.
You know, when you do pick up the phone and call, it's like we talked yesterday.
Just pick up. Yeah,
and even in Garth's episode when he told you, you know, but it's this, I haven't seen Garth.
1996, 97.
It's a long time. I think the last time, no man, I've seen him since.
Here, okay.
I think the last time I saw him was when his son was christened at church. And I haven't seen him since that. But if and when we see each other, like he came down one Christmas, came to church, and then said, hey, me want to come for dinner. I said, all right. Because that's just, you know, the kind of relationship.
That's just God too. And if he feels that connection with you.
Yeah, and we just click. It's just that.
So hello everyone. Me and Patrice, we're here, and we're here for an announcement, something to share about somebody that we care deeply about. And it's about our friend Sharika. How many years now has Sharika had this kidney problem?
She has been suffering with it since
more than 5 years?
Yeah.
More than
about
5
20
years.
years.
About 20 years. And right now she's at a stage where she's in need of a kidney.
She's in need,
desperately need of a kidney. Does she have to do dialysis every week?
Yes, she does dialysis twice per week.
Twice per week. So that is the stage that she's in. And so we have set up a GoFundMe, and the link is right here below, and you can find it in our comments or also in my bio as well, for you to actually donate to help Sharika, because it's actually very financially very expensive and financially draining for Sharika, our fellow blue blood.
Yeah.
And friend.
Yes.
Forget about the alumni. Friend. She has kids?
Yes, she has one child, Verika.
How old do you know?
She's 12.
She's 12.
12. And she's a beautiful soul. Beautiful.
So if you can donate if it's anything, $20, $10, every mickle, make a muckle.
Whatever it is,
Please
it
donate
will
to
be
the GoFundMe.
appreciated.
And if you want to have any questions or need additional information, you can contact me, Nackia Salmon, on Facebook or on Messenger, or Sharika Richardson as well. And if you are interested to donate a kidney, please reach out to myself or Sharika as well. Patrice, thank you.
You're almost there.
And thank you, Sharika, for being brave and being awesome.
Yes, and allowing us to say this to the world.
To the world. But she needs help, guys.
Yes, she
So
does.
if you can help, if you can give a kidney, give $10 or $20. Thank you so much.
Whatever it is,
Whatever
I'm
it is.
sure she will appreciate it. Yes.
So guys, that's it for our episode. Please like our videos. Please share our videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with weekly episodes every Monday, to catch up with your past schoolmates and teachers. Have a fantastic day, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yeah.